Hello, my name is Liz, and I'm so excited to be able to introduce to you these new bean brownies from Souptacular.com. They put beans in their brownies. What an awesome idea. So to get started, first you're going to want to gather your ingredients and your tools. Your ingredients are that you're going to add extra to the package are butter or margarine, eggs, vanilla, flour, and your tools are an 8 by 13 inch pan and some grease and extra flour to get your pan ready, and also hot and water to boil the beans. Step 1, open the brownie package to get the beans out. Just cut the top off and you'll see that the beans are an extra bag on top of the brownie mix on the bottom. So these beans are actually cannella beans, and they are often used in making baked beans in soups, or they could even be used in baking like pies. They're low in fat, high in fiber, which helps in cholesterol. They contain extra magnesium, iron, and folate. So they're really an extra health benefit to these brownies. You're going to want to boil the beans gently for 2 hours in 4 or 5 cups of water, and when you do that, you'll notice that almost all of the water will absorb into the beans and add extra moisture to the beans. Soften them up. If you have extra water, you want to drain the beans and then mash them really well. As you can see, I used a fork, but if you want it even smoother and even more smooth consistency in with your brownies, then use an electric mixer or even a blender. You want to measure 3/4 of a cup of the bean mash, and go ahead now and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and grease and flour your pan. You will notice that you have some beans left over. You can choose to use them or not as you would like. They're also really good to just eat. Mix the bean mash with 1 cup of butter or margarine, and go ahead and mix them really well in your mixer. After that, you're going to start adding the rest of your brownie pouch, all the rest of the ingredients that come with the Souptacular mix. And at this point, you want to start slowing down with your mixer and just mix until things are just combined. Everything should be nice and smooth, but it shouldn't be, you shouldn't sort of really overbeat it, because then your mix can start to get a little bit tough. The result will be a tougher brownie. Add your liquid ingredients after this, so 2 eggs. Drop them in while your mixer is just slowly mixing. And after that, you're going to add your vanilla, which is 1½ teaspoons. Mix until smooth again, just go slow, don't overmix. And after this, you're going to add your flour. Now remember, with your flour addition, if you have put in all of your bean mash, then that will make up a lot more of the bulk of your brownie batter. So what I did is I did add the rest of my beans, and so I cut back on my flour. You'll just have to do it to taste, or follow the recipe. Make sure that you only mix the flour in until it's just combined. Flour is especially important not to overmix. This is what your batter should look like. It's nice and thick, and now is a good time to add your chocolate chips and your nuts if you're using them, and just until combined. Everything should be nicely in there. If you haven't greased your pan yet, make sure you do so, otherwise your brownies will stick. You can also flour for extra, getting the brownies off your pan before putting your batter in. The batter is quite thick, and you'll notice that when you drop it out of the mixing bowl, it doesn't just level on its own, so you're going to have to use a spatula and just smooth it down until it looks about like this. And you want to cook it for 22 to 25 minutes. I used a metal pan, and I understand that if you do use a Pyrex or glass bakeware, you want to go ahead and reduce your baking time. You can tell if it's done because the brownie will pull slightly away from the edges of your pan. You don't want to burn, the edges will burn first. And then just go ahead and cool them in the pan, and you can serve these on their own with fruit, ice cream. You can dress it up, or you can of course just put it in for school snacks or bake sales. Go to Souptacular.com for more great healthy ideas.